Imagine this, you and your partner are picked by a huge secret organization, and that org has put you and your partner in a place where everything you want is available and everything is free. You have food, you have water, and not just that, you also have a TV with endless subscription of every known internet entertainment subscription, like Netflix, Amazon and many more. You also got a PS5, Xbox, and every video game in the world. And it's not like you can't leave that place, you can go out whenever you want. And the boss of that organization himself comes sometimes and hang out with you too. One day that boss came and told you, you can do whatever you want but do not drink from that juice machine of good and evil. You and your partners agreed to that boss. On one good morning, when your partner was chilling at the window, when suddenly a homeless man arrives, and directly tells you to drink from that old dirty juice machine. Your partner asks that homeless man, but why? And who are you? That homeless man answer to your question with a creepy smile and says, before you, I used to live here and if you would drink from that, you will become a millionaire and rule over the world. Okay. But how did you knew that? If you have drink from that machine, why haven't you became a millionaire and ruled over the world yet? Men replied, I didn't, that's why I am here. But if you hadn't, how did you know that if I will drink this? You ask too many questions. Let me ask my partner. But if he hadn't drink from that machine, how did he knows? I know, I asked him that, but he told me you are asking too many questions. Reasonable, let's drink from the juice machine. You both drank the juice from the juice machine. Suddenly boss appears and told you, what have you done? That juice machine contained a rage virus which can spread by air. You end up giving humanity an unwanted rage virus. Now replace that room with Eden Garden, that boss to God, that homeless man to serpent, and you and your partner to Adam and Eve. Yeah, it is the story of Adam, Eve and the tree of good and evil. The story of Adam, Eve tells us how they had free will to choose to disobey, they could not control the outcome of that choice, end up being banished from the Garden of Eden. But have you ever think what would have happened if Adam and Eve had controlled their urge and hadn't eaten the apple, despite serpent keeps telling them to? Or what if serpent hadn't told him to eat to? Or if serpent himself eaten the fruit, or God hadn't planted the tree there? If both of them hadn't eaten the fruit, they would have continued living in paradise, and continued hanging out with God, like you and the boss in that room. And if they had complained about the serpent, God would have done the same thing, that boss will done to that homeless man. Or serpent hadn't done anything. Things might go like nothing happened, mean there will be no progress in story. Same case, if God hadn't planted the tree there. Hey, what's that? Oh, that is the juice machine of good and evil. It contains highly contagious rage virus. But if somehow serpent had eaten the fruit, humanity would have been born on earth but not in form of humans. See for yourself. But what would had happened if God expelled Adam and Eve even they hadn't eaten the apple? If Adam and Eve would have expelled from paradise to earth, without the knowledge fruit of good and bad, they might not survived because the knowledge fruit developed their brain when they ate. But if they hadn't eaten the fruit, there is a chance their mind doesn't evolves. But if somehow humanity survived without the knowledge of good and evil, earth would have been a better place, no racism, no rape, no murder and many more. And human also might not develop, like we humans do now, but it doesn't mean it would be safe for them. Without the knowledge of good and bad, their worst enemy would be wildlife.